the paradigm, the way of thinking, the way you visualize life and the world, your cosmic paradigm, how you view things, informs the outcome. How you think about something probably has a greater determination on the outcome of it than the skill set with which you approach it. I heard about a couple of guys that were driving from Michigan down to Florida. They came through our state here, and as they got down into South Georgia, they lost a muffler off of their car. It was just roaring like a B-52. They decided to turn around and go back and pick it up, and just before they got there, a semi ran over it and squashed it. It was ruined. So they're driving down the highway. It's just roaring. I mean, they're afraid they're going to get a ticket for noise pollution, and just about that time they saw a sign that said Bubba's Junkyard. And so they turned in, and sure enough, Bubba came out to meet them, and he looked like what you think of when you think of a South Georgia junkyard owner. Lace-up brogans, bib overhauls, had his caps turned sideways, big wad of chewing tobacco, and he watched these two Yankees get out of their car and come toward him, and he kind of rocked back on his heels, and they said, "Look, are you Bubba?" He said, "I am." They said, We've lost our muffler." He said, "I could hear you coming." And they said, "Well, we need to buy a muffler." He said, "Well, I'm closing in 10 minutes. I don't have time to get you a muffler." And they said, "Look, we happen to be expert mechanics, and we have our own tools. If you'll let us dash into the junkyard, we can find a muffler we want, get it off, put it on our own car, and we'll pay you what you think it's worth. And we can do it in 10 minutes. He looked at him, he said, "All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll let you do that." But he said, "I need to warn you about two things." He said, "In my junkyard is the bottomless pit. And if you fall in, you'll fall forever and ever. You'll never be heard from again." He said, "The other thing is I keep a Rottweiler in there. And everybody will tell you their dog won't bite. My Rottweiler will kill you. But if you're not afraid of the Rottweiler and you're not afraid of the bottomless pit, then go in and get your muffler." They got their tools and started in through the gate, and one of these guys said to the other one, "I'm a little nervous over this bottomless pit thing." He said, "Think about it. You think the bottomless pit is in a South Georgia junkyard? He's just having us on." He saw the Michigan license plates. He said, "Well, I'll just terrorize these two Yankees. There's no bottomless pit." He said, "Well, what about the Rottweiler?" He said, "Well, think about it. No bottomless pit, no Rottweiler." They hadn't gone 100 yards into that junkyard when they saw a great gaping hole in the earth with no apparent bottom. And the one said, "This is the bottomless pit. I'm getting out of here." He said, "It's not the bottomless pit. Just a deep hole. That guy knew we'd see it, and he set us up. Throw something in and hear the splash at the bottom." So they found a piece of scrap metal, and they threw it in, and they waited and waited and waited, not a sound. Then they got an old car battery and threw it in. Waited with not a sound. The one guy said, "I'm determined to hear the sound at the bottom of this thing. It's not bottomless." So he found an old engine block. And the two of them, with all their might, they kind of tumbled and rolled and horsed that engine block over to the lip of that hole and then just rolled it in. Right at that precise moment, a Rottweiler just came straight at them, hurling right through the air, fangs bared, snarling, foaming at the mouth. But it didn't attack them. It just shot past them and went straight down in the hole. They said, "Forget this. This is too crazy. We're out of here." When they went out, Bubba was standing there waiting for them. And he said, "I saw the look in your faces when you went in there that you did not believe me. And I can see by the look in your eyes now that you found the bottomless pit." They said, "Bubba, we not only found the bottomless pit, we have some bad news for you. Your Rottweiler ran and jumped down in there." And he said, "That don't seem likely. I had him chained to an engine block." Whatever the worldview, your understanding of who God is and how God deals with His people and His church, whatever that is, you fasten your life chain to that. And if it is ennobling and empowering and adventuresome, then it takes you up with it. If it is of the pit, it'll take you over into the pit with it.